I just got back from watching Talk to Me by Rackaracka. Honestly, I love this movie so much. So without further ado, let's get straight into the review. Now, before I start this, I got a new tattoo, okay? That's why I've got plastic on my arm. Just want to clear that up real quick. Now, this is the first feature film from Rackaracka, and if you don't know who Rackaracka are, they have made YouTube videos and movies, like kind of YouTube short movies on YouTube for years. And honestly, I've been a massive fan of them. They used to always do the Ronald McDonald parodies where they change Pennywise or Ronald McDonald. It was something I just grew up with. And when I first heard that they were making an actual feature film movie, I was pretty excited. And it came out of nowhere, and luckily I got to go to the premiere in Ireland, so I was pumped to actually get invited to that. And without further ado, this is by far my favourite movie of the year so far. Now, when you first hear the story of this movie, you kind of get the typical, horror haunted object movie where people find it, they mess around with it, and there's consequences. We've had many movies like that, like Ouija. The list goes on. There's so many. With Talk to Me, yes, it is a simple story, but the actual, characters behind the story make it so much more enjoyable. Like, it doesn't feel like these characters are acting. It almost seems like these are people who are actually friends behind the scenes who have just been told, yeah, pretend like you are doing some Ouija board thing with this hand and just have fun with it. That's how this movie feels. It genuinely feels so natural. Every actor in this movie absolutely kills it in their roles, and for me that makes this movie 10 times more enjoyable. Now, this is a rated R horror film, which I was very happy about, but I did expect it to be rated R with Rackaracka. And to be honest, the cold open, very good. It's very surprising, it's very natural. It just sets you off on the tone of the film, and for me it shocked me. It really did catch me off guard. Other than the cold open, it kind of is a tame horror movie. There is the odd, like the swearing and stuff. Like, every actor in here is from Australia, and like there's constant swearing and stuff, and the odd bit of alcohol, but like it's not terrible until one specific scene. The one scene really just amplifies the rated R rating, and if you've seen the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. But the scene is so gruesome and so disturbing. And it shocked me when I was in the theater. Like, when I was watching, I was like, oh my god, what am I watching? And it's just one of them scenes you're like, is this actually what I'm seeing right now? If you watch Rackaracka on YouTube, like before they done this movie, they actually use pretty similar effects to how they done on YouTube in this movie. It's pretty cool. Also, the Sidemen making an appearance in this movie is quite cool as well, so keep an eye out for that. It's a cool Easter egg since they're obviously friends. But Sophie Wilde as Mia deserves her own section. She is outstanding in this movie as the main character. She literally, every scene she's in, she steals. She's by far the best actor in this movie by a country mile. So much so that I actually compare her performance in this movie to Daniel Kaluuya in Get Out. It's very similar in my opinion, and it's just as effective. Like, when she actually does come in contact with the hand, the acting is just amazing. Another thing I really enjoyed about this film, the pacing is so good. It's like, it's an hour and, I think it's a 90-minute movie, around that. And it paced so well because it's straight to the point. It's not messing around. It doesn't show much of the origins of this hand. It kind of just shows up and you kind of have to roll with it. But that's what works for me. Let's be honest, if a movie that no one really has heard of, and it's like, a YouTuber's movie, they got straight to the point and showed you really, really good horror elements. This movie is not a jump scare fest like a lot of horror movies nowadays. This is constant scaring. It shows things on screen that will make you uncomfortable. It will show things on screen that will make you, feel every little bit of fear. It just really grinds your gears, in my opinion. This film, it really shows the awful elements of horror that aren't just jump scares. And it's so refreshing for the genre nowadays, I think, because we have so many movies that are just, oh, jump scare. Oh, this person's walking towards this hallway, it's getting loud. Oh, it's just a family member walked by. There's so much of that. In this movie, barely anything. It's perfect. It's such a nice refreshment to the genre, in my opinion. And another thing, I'm not going to obviously have any spoilers in this video, but the ending of this movie is so good. I loved it so much. It was one of them films where I wanted to clap at the end. I really, really did. But obviously I didn't. But in my mind, I loved it. The ending is just perfect. And it's so, it's straight to the point. You understand it completely. It's not like, oh, how did that happen? It's just completely there. But it's shocking because you don't expect it. The whole, story of this film, it's so unexpected, and I loved it. And for me, this is by far the best movie of the year that I've seen so far. And honestly, it's going to be hard to beat horror-wise. I think this is by far the best horror movie I've seen in a long, long time. And I don't take that lightly. For me, horror movies, when they get it right, they get it right. And this is one of the best ones I've seen in a long time. And I could not recommend going to see this movie more. So yeah, honestly, if you have not seen Talk to Me, go and watch that movie right now, because honestly it is one of the best movies you will see. If you like horror, you're going to love it, trust me. But yeah, that is my opinions on Talk to Me. That is by far my favourite movie of the year so far. Hopefully FNAF can beat that, but Talk to Me, I loved it so much. Let me know in the comments below. If you have seen Talk to Me, let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to smash the like button down below. Make sure to subscribe if you like anything to do with horror. I'm sure you'll enjoy my content here. And thank you all so much for watching. I shall see you in the next video, and peace. First shot of this episode, Tammy picks this house.
Oh, what about that one?
Now, if you ask me, that is the, worst house you can pick. It has wallpaper on the outside. It has